Welcome to the first session of the Kotler Business Program.
I'm happy to have this opportunity to spend time with you and to help, if possible, in your career choices. After all, business is a very exciting platform for your life, to express your wish to serve other people, to show your ability to create value, customer value, so that whatever firm you're with is pleased with the performance that you can give. And I think there's a lot of things that go into making a successful career. I think you, of course, want to learn what you can about the market, the dynamics of the market, and you want to learn as much about your competition and what customers value, and doing things like that will help you succeed. And of course, I will spend time with you trying to share my experience and knowledge of what makes the marketplace work and what makes marketing work. I wanted to tell you about an email I just received that does express almost an answer to the question, what is marketing? How should it be used in a company? This email came from a person who is running a small restaurant. And he said to me that he had finished looking at my book, Marketing Management, and it didn't really help him to run his small restaurant. He said, because so much of marketing is about big companies and what they have the resources, of course, to spend. He doesn't. And he made the point that 80% of the businesses in his economy are small businesses. And certainly, if marketing is to work, we have to write a book about how marketing is used in small businesses. So he also added his business plan. The business plan showed what he would spend on very specific print media. That would be newspaper and magazines, and what he would spend on radio, no TV. And he said, that's my marketing plan. The problem is I need $20,000 to put it into effect. And can you help me? He was actually writing a letter to me as a person who talks about marketing on what I think of his marketing plan. Well, this is something for you to discuss. Did he have a marketing plan when he said, here's how much I'm going to be spending on radio, TV, and newspaper? It turns out that's not a marketing plan. That, at best, can be called a promotion plan. He's not allowing any money to be spent on marketing research, which really means he doesn't know much about customers, the types of customers who would like his restaurant. By the way, it's a restaurant selling chili and some other foods, fast food kind of place. He doesn't know anything about the customers. He doesn't know anything about the location. We don't know if his product is good. We don't know if there's any brand concept. That wasn't a marketing plan. That was a promotion plan. So let me ask you to think about what is a marketing plan? What should be in it? How can we help a small retailer understand marketing better so he doesn't confuse marketing with just simply some promotion work? Let me start by mentioning and listing some of the main questions that come up to companies that are in the marketing arena. You might want to know, how did marketing start? Was it there in the beginning? We have a belief that marketing was there in the form of selling. Certainly, if you take the Adam and Eve story, Eve, of course, sold Adam on the idea of taking a bite out of the apple. And in fact, we could even say the snake sold Eve on that idea. So selling is around for a long time, but what about marketing? And when did it start? And what did it go through as it developed? The next question that you might be interested in is, what does a marketing department do? And if not being a department, even one person in a company may have the role and responsibility of being a marketer. What does that person do? What are the responsibilities that the head of the marketing department has? What are the major issues that come up when you run a marketing department or a marketing group? Are there any developments in technology that will affect the practice of marketing? I mean, for example, we have social media now. We have to add and blend social media into traditional media in order to be successful nowadays. There are some very technical things that are occurring that the marketer who is qualified will know about and should bring into the company's use. What about marketing and sales? Aren't they separate groups? Or do salespeople report to marketing? And we have to ask this question, is the relationship good between sales and marketing? Are there frictions and cultures, the culture of marketing, the culture of sales? But when they work together, you have a great company. And so maybe my final question will be, how do you build a customer orientation in your business? Whether it's even a business, it may be a nonprofit organization you're working for, maybe it's a government agency like the License Bureau or the Employment Bureau. Any organization, should it be customer driven? Or should it simply be a bureaucracy which lets customers wait and stand in line and exercise its power over the customers? Or should it be taking care of solving problems that the customers have? So those are some of the questions we want to examine in this opportunity I have to spend time with you. It wasn't marketing that started a long time ago, it was selling. But marketing courses, just the word marketing, goes back to about the early 1900s in the United States. And there were courses called distribution and marketing, and they really focused mainly on the system of distribution. Namely, there's always retailers, wholesalers, jobbers, agents. How do products reach a market? So originally, marketing was about what we call, almost today we would call it the logistics of getting goods to move from the place of production to the place of consumption. However, in about the 50s, we began to see that the big companies, and I'm thinking of Procter & Gamble and General Electric, they started to say, you know, we've got to think about which customers we really want to serve and what problems do they have that we want to be good at solving. And we want to take a mass marketing approach because there's so many consumers out there. And we know that we have a sales department anyways. We've been making things at Procter & Gamble, and we have salespeople, but we really think that marketing comes before sales. Marketing is really a set of decisions about what should we be selling, what needs should we be meeting, who should we be selling to, and that leads to the need for what we call consumer research. The research will allow us to answer those questions. It will allow us to find better leads, that is, people who we could satisfy better. It will allow us to know what the people are like so that we can develop our messages to be more meaningful for these people. And so marketing developed in the 50s in the big companies, and it's gone through many iterations that I will talk about with you. But the main thing is, even today, it is seen mostly as a cost center, not a profit center. In other words, marketing is one of the costs of doing business. And therefore, the head of marketing doesn't have a profit plan. He is running a staff that provides services. Now, you may say that a company would be smart to have a marketing department and charge for the services. So let's say we have a multi-divisional company, and each division that wants some marketing could go for it outside of the firm or inside of the firm. If they go inside to their own marketing department and say we need some marketing research to understand consumers, then that division would be charged from the inside. And if you start doing that, you can almost say there may be a profit plan developed by the marketing department to sell its services inside to those units in the business that need some research, some promotion, and some marketing training, and so on and so forth. But normally, marketing is a staff and a cost to the business.